So this is Sylvia Carrizales with Tejano Nation, and we are lucky enough. I said that last time when I had Lucky on. I don't know why. We have Lucky Joe and we have Jesse Turner of Grupo Siggno. And we just wanted to catch up with them real quick and talk about their friendship because they have a special and a long running friendship, and people always, wonder about that. And so we thought it would be neat to just get y'all together and just quickly, ask about y'all's friendship. I was looking through Jesse's Instagram, and it was really a touching post that he wrote after Lucky's father, Mr. Eguia, passed away. And you, Jesse, you referred to Lucky as a God sent brother, and that was just like I said, I don't get emotional really when I do interviews, but that was just really something special. And I guess can you just briefly talk about, you're both obviously, big in the Latin music industry, Tejano, Norteño. Um, what does your friendship with Lucky mean to you, I guess?
Well, my friendship means to me, like, well, first of all, my brother passed away last year. Um, my brother was older than me. He was my half brother, but he was. We never say that. We just say he's our brother. So
Mhm.
in reality, this is the only God sent brother that I have, and I could name some other friends like Leroy. Son contados. With one hand, they're just people that you consider family, and I I've always we've always had this friendship, but aquí últimamente, pues, there was a change in Lucky's life, and I invited him into my home, and it was a delight for me. Era un gusto para mí, de poder convivir tiempo con él. It was cool to be able to hang out, especially during very difficult times, which were COVID times. And he came to my house as a blessing, and we developed a stronger relationship. I knew about his beginnings, and there was a lot of stories that we didn't know about each other, and we got to know.
Mhm.
Uh, like, he knows my personality. He knows what makes me mad. He knows what makes me happy, and I know him just as much as he knows me. And well, so when my brother passed, I consider him. He was there for my brother.
Mhm.
He was there. He was bringing down speakers and connecting the microphones, and
Mhm.
he helped me celebrate my brother's life. So all I could do is surprise him, because I had seen him, I think, on a Friday. I saw him in Houston, and we played together.
Mhm.
And he was very emotional because I don't think he had a chance to really, um, what's the word? He hadn't really had a
Process,
chance to
maybe?
really process
Mhm.
what had happened with his father.
Mhm.
So he spoke to me. It was quick. It was in front of the bus. He was about to get on stage, and I could tell he wanted a break, in the sense of, like, he
Mhm.
really wanted to get it off his chest. He told me a lot of things that not a lot of people know,
Mhm.
and I just gave him a big hug, and he wasn't expecting me to be there at his father's funeral, but I made it a point to find a flight, get on the flight, and not sleep, and just arrive in the morning, go straight to the service, and just surprised him there.
And I was telling Lucky that the picture on Instagram says it all. There's no words, it's just you two hugging. And I don't know again why I'm getting emotional, but it says it all about how close you two are. And I guess some fans may wonder, you both play accordion, you both are vocalists, you write, produce music. Is that what first bonded you together, or um
Yo digo, can I get that one?
yes, that's fine. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but
Okay, mira, yo digo más que nada, um, the friendship that we developed was beyond music. First and foremost, I've always, um, I met Jesse when I was like 18. I mean, it's been already, like I was telling you off air, it's been like, man, like close to 30 years that we've been friends, and I knew of him, and I knew he played the accordion, and then he played the drums, pero nunca era por conveniencia, siempre era por amistad, it was always because I wanted to get to know him. I wanted to be his friend, we're in the same industry. And more than anything, I would say when I went through my, trials of life back in the COVID time when I had to, move in with Jesse, more than anything, he opened his home up to me as a friend, not as a producer, not as a writer or a musician. Era
Yeah.
como un amigo, como un hermano. And I think that in itself says a lot about our friendship. You know, it's not about who you know or how well you play or how many cities you've been at or how many people you've performed in front of. It's not anything about that. It's about family. And he's always taken me in, him and his mom and his sisters and his whole family basically took me in at that time. And I'll be forever grateful for that. So I think, you know, más que nada, we're friends because of that, because we're close in forma de familia, you know.
Who were you playing with when I met you? I don't remember.
Well,
we've already had like 40 conversations over the same thing, but then we forget. I forget.
I met you twice before we really hung out, man. I saw you. So I saw him at the activity center in Edinburgh. Y Rubén Vela.
But I said hello to you there.
No, I saw you. I said, and then I saw you again. I think Rubén Vela that night he announced you as El Tigre del Acordeón, Jesse Turner. So then you played the accordion, and then I saw you again at San Benito Sombrero Fest.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Uh-oh.
We're already like those old men that argue about
things. It's because you really have it wrong. I remember saying hello to you. It wasn't in Edinburgh. It was at the Far Convention Center.
Oh, really?
And I don't know who you were playing with, but you played before us, and then Ruben played afterwards. And then when we were done, I don't know how, but I managed to tell you, hey man, you play really good. He goes, I'm making. He had a real calm. He was just a very calm, very gentle person. He's like, nah, man, you sound good. He had like this very soft voice, very soft,
real hippie.
Yeah, like, nah, man, you sound great, bro. You sound great, man. And that's the first time that I met you. Like I said hello to you that night, but I don't remember who you were playing with.
Yeah.
And do y'all both live in the Valley? Or I'm sorry, are y'all both from?
It's been a while. It's been a long friendship.
Long friendship, definitely. And y'all are both from the Valley, South Texas.
He's from Mecca, Chelsea, and I'm from Santa Rosa. The only thing we have alike are school colors.
Okay. And so even though it began as a natural friendship, and it eventually, spread into the music to where you collaborated, especially this most recent Pa Que No Te Cuenten. And then also, I think Jesse has produced songs for you. And so like I was asking you, Lucky, y'all are both accordionists, both vocalists, and is there ever any like, do y'all trade notes, or do y'all ever have any like, does the rivalry or competitiveness ever come up?
No, you know what? I think the from the 2.5 years that I lived with him, I think we might have picked up the accordion and the bajo maybe like 5 times. Really? When we'd be home, it'd just be about chilling out, relaxing. I mean, we do this every weekend. We go on the road weekend, we play every weekend, and so trading licks or wasn't really a priority. We did every now and then, but it wasn't really a priority. It was more just como te digo,
have fun.
Yeah, let's have fun. Yeah,
like hey, you were like we were talking about Ruben. Like, hey, you remember Ruben's song, and you remember this song, and hey, you used to play that song. Let me hear you play that song, and I would play the guitar, and then I would play the accordion, and then when we started writing, because we didn't have any plans to write, but when we started writing, when I started making my album, which is the one that's finished now, which hasn't come out yet, I asked him, hey, what do you think of these songs? What do you think of these songs? And he was like, well, what do you think of these songs for my album? And that's the way that's the way it started, as far as like the producing side and helping each other, because Lucky's been he invited me to be a part of his project, but I also invited him to be a part of ours. So and every decision that we were making for ourselves, like before it gets to the guys and before it gets to Siggno, it has to go through me. I have to look for the songs. And actually the single that we have right now, El Primer Te Amo, is because of Lucky. He had it on you had it on your phone, right? And
you know what?
That just came out today, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Te Amo. Okay, I heard it. It's very romantic. It's very dreamy.
It was on his phone.
You know
what? Really?
The writer sent it to me, and he says, "Hey man, aquí tengo esta canción. Quiero que a ver si la quieres grabar." And I just happened to get it while I was with Jesse. And I said, hey man, I got this song, man. Check it out.
And I was in the car like this. I was sitting in the car and I'm listening. I said, hey man, that song would sound really good with this. He goes, nah, man, don't do this to me.
Hey, but you know what? It was something so special that the writer even had said, because I told the writer right then and there. I know Jesse didn't know this, but I told him, I texted him, I said, hey, guess who likes your song? And he says, pues quién? I said, Siggno. He says, no, actually he put like S's, like, wow, right? And I said, ¿se la damos o qué? And he's like, pues it's up to you. And I said, no, hombre, he really likes it. And then the writer actually said, I can show you, compadre. He says, man, yo siempre he querido que me grabe Siggno. So then I felt like, you know what? Both parties, songs are gonna come and go, man. There's so many songs, and there's so many great songs out there. So because sabes que, why not, man? You know. So I already knew that these guys were gonna knock it out of the park, man, and they sure did, man. When they recorded that song, it sounds amazing. It's out today. I mean, there's not. I mean, the whole guys, they're very talented musicians, man. So
Definitely.
if you guys don't have it, go and download it. It's out today, man.
I just heard it.
Thank you.
I could play it over and over.
But in this whole process, we had a chance to, like really sit down and write. And I remember him coming up with Pa que no te cuenten, and he came up to me and he says, hey man, well, check out this song. And I'm like, it sounds good, man. And he just, I don't know why he says that I wrote it.
No, because you changed something on it, and you don't remember what you changed. And I'm gonna remind you. Okay. I was going and I was going like this. Pa que no te cuenten, no. Pa que no te cuenten, te lo vengo a decir. And I was going to a minor. You said no. Go to a segunda. Go to the major. So yeah, and other things that you had said about the lyrics, he doesn't remember.
So he had an impact on the song, but are you being humble or are you just forgetting?
Yeah, así es.
No, it's just that I give credit where credit is due. Like it was his idea, and all I did was really just reinforce it in the sense of musically. And I might have told him, I would prefer you go here than go there.
Yeah.
And Lucky's a very giving guy, and that's why that we have that mentality of that's why we're friends, because we're very selfless. He thinks about me and I think about him in the sense of like, no, like let's do this without really wanting anything in return. And de ahí nace la oportunidad, because we've gone this whole time without doing a song together.
I was going to say, is this the first time you've recorded together? Your voices, I have to listen really carefully, like who's singing now. And I mean, your voices are very unique, but still blend well, beautifully.
One of my goals when I first joined Freddie Records was to record a duet with Elida and a duet with Turner and a duet with David Olivares. And I laugh because David is not in the company no more, pero I laugh because I just feel so overwhelmed and so blessed porque I got to do at least two of my goals, man, and that because at the time when I first signed with Freddie, they were both in the company. Jesse was in the company, Elida was in the company, or Elida's still there, right? So anyway, se me logró ese sueño, and that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Well, y'all do sound wonderful together, and you both have different things going on in your lives. We just saw, when I asked Jesse, that you signed Jennifer Pena, who is making her comeback, which is really, really exciting for all of her fans. And so she's signed with your, is it your management company, JT Entertainment?
That's correct.
Okay, so what can you tell us about that, or any other developments with your company?
Well, I think that when it's the time, I think I'll make that announcement. I really don't want to say too much, and I don't want to take the focus away from what I have in front of me, which is one of my best friends. I'd rather talk about this project and leave that project for another interview and another conversation, with all due respect. I think that right now it's like I got to give my attention, my love right here to this guy that's right in front of me. That's why I know him like the back of my hand, and I know him well, and he knows me. And I really don't.
Who's gonna write the tell-all book first? Y'all know everything.
Y'all want to read that one?
We can publish it in chapters on Tejano Nation. It'll
Va a
be
ser,
great. You know?
¿cómo se dice el advisory, the parental advisory?
Explicit lyrics. No.
Yeah, you know what? We're just. I love Lucky Joe's music, you know, and I know that you have me on here as Siggno or Jesse Turner from Siggno, but you know the project again in front of me is Lucky, and he's got a very. I know he's my friend and everything, but the reason he's under our company is because I completely believe in him 100%. And I saw him pick every single song. I saw him in the studio. He still has the passion. He still has the drive. And actually, believe it or not, he's the #1 artist in the company, which people just don't stop calling for him. They call him probably more for events than what they do for us. And
Compadre, it's me. I'm disguising my voice now.
Let him compliment you. That's really neat to know.
No, thank you, compadre, man. Thank you, bro.
And as far as like everybody else in the company, I mean, I think we're gonna have a great year as far as the company, and we have goals for each individual in our company. And I think, pues, yeah, when it comes time to talk about their project, pues, I'll sit here and talk with them, and I'll give them the same respect and the same love. But you know, I don't know if you've had the chance to actually listen to the whole album. Like the whole album to me is the cumbia, the very first one that you brought out. I don't know if you got to see it.
Which one is that? The song I like the best is Te Marqué. I love that song.
Okay,
that one.
If you look at,
yeah, I like that.
At the end of that song, at the end of the song, do you know that I come out in the music video?
No, in the video, no. I've only listened to the song when I'm driving on my YouTube.
Oh, well,
music,
then I mean, you gotta go look at the music video. At the very end, it's like they're finished with their set, and some big barn doors open, and I come out and I tell them, like, let's go. So that's part of coming into this song. It's like I call them, but it's like, okay, let's go. This is the next song. This is the next journey. It's like it's like the second part of it's the second part of Te Marqué, but video wise, and we're just like that in the sense of you know, we try to hold
on. Did we lose him? What did he press?
He probably tried to ignore the call, and he popped off.
Oh no. Well, let's see if he comes back on, but if not, I mean, it was just great getting to talk to you all. And Lucky, what do you want to say to fans just about anything going on in your life, music or personal, or anything that you want to share? Oh, here he comes. Hey, we thought we lost you.
Sorry.
That's okay. So Lucky was just gonna tell us what's going on, if he has anything to say to the fans and the readers of TejanoNation.net.
Well, you know what? Más que nada, the fact that we're empezando un año nuevo, and estoy bien agradecido con la compañía, you know, with JTE, and you guys, you know, be on the lookout for great things. There's a lot of good things happening. You know, I feel that this year is the year where we're really going to leave our mark, you know, in this industry. It's time, and especially for JTE, man. It's time to leave that mark. They're building, and I'm so fortunate to be part of that foundation. You know, so esperemos que este año nos traiga mucho trabajo.
Great. And Jesse, you know, I know you want to focus on Lucky, but people want to know, we've heard rumors that you're working with AB. Of course, you have Jennifer now. Anything you can tell us, just throw us some crumbs here for the readers.
Really, I think that everything will come with its time. If I generate a buzz over that, then I wanted to go in the sequence of that which we're going in, which is you know, this is right off the back. This is the focus right now, which is Lucky. And I don't want to take anything away from him. I'm not here to talk about my single either. I'm here to talk about. It
just released today, but by the way.
Yeah.
On all digital.
I mean, it's there, and it's there. But at the end of the day, we're a big giant family, and I mean that literally. Like, we're working together with Freddie. We're working with Lucky, and as far as everybody else, well, everything will fall into its place when it's time. And we're not that far away from you guys knowing, because you guys have literally become, I say this with the utmost respect, you guys have literally been the information center for our genre. Whenever we want to know something, Tejano Nation has honestly been, we'll reach out to them and give them the story. And so no matter what's next, we'll have it set for you. But for now, the focus is Lucky Joe, and the song is Pa que no te cuenten. And we are ready for this 2024. We're waiting for a massive tour. Did you come up with a name for your tour, Nat?
I did, but we're still pitching it around with Freddie, because Freddie, ya sabes como es.
Uh-oh, no.
You know, it's cool that you say that, Jesse, about, you know, focusing on me and stuff. But again, your light is just so huge, man. Your light is just so big that people would love to know, man. And I don't mind you using this, you know, for whatever information you want to send. But anyways,
people will get mad at me too. They'll say, "Why didn't you ask him this? Why didn't you ask him this?"
Just
you
know, just know that Jesse's always been the kind of person that gives the light to the person that he's with right then and there, and I respect him for that, compadre. Gracias.
Yes.
Pero just know
that
it is growing. It's growing, and it's just going to get even bigger. So be on the lookout. There's, like I said, there's many things. I've spoken to Jessica, I've spoken to Yvette, I've spoken to Jesse, you know, apart from, you know, social media or the information that is given. But Tejano Nation is always the first. You know, we always give you the latest scoop. You got first dibs on everything, so don't worry about
everything.
it.
Yeah, like in other words, when I know a lot of people want to know, but when it's time to press that button, we know to reach out to you guys, and you'll be the first to know. Like, hey, this is what's going on with Siggno. This is what's going on with Lucky. This is what's going on with Fidencio Ayala. This is what's going on with Jennifer. When that time is ready, I will most definitely reach out to you guys, and I will
because
be
until
more
then
than happy.
we're like, you know, dissecting every Instagram post and story and picture, and, you know, trying to figure it out on our own. So
yeah. No, pues I want to thank you guys for, first and foremost, for supporting us. I know that you guys sometimes take the stuff that we post on our Instagram and you post it as an article. I think that's pretty cool, man. I think that you don't realize the impact that has, and that how much help. I don't think you guys realize it yet. I don't think you realize how important you guys are, and I don't think you realize. This is all I can say for now. I don't think anybody realizes how much more Tejano is gonna grow, and how bigger it's gonna get. I will keep reminding everybody that right now, at the very top of the Tejano market, whether you want to believe it or not, is Frontera. They've opened up a new door for a bunch of artists, and just the word Tejano, that they say Tejano, it shines light on us, and there's more opportunities for us. I feel that there's people that are ready to not be scared of saying, "Hey, we're Tejano and we're proud." There's nothing wrong with that.
It just feels exciting. It feels like there's momentum, and so, you know, people are ready for that, and been ready for years for that to return.
And I promise you, it's coming, but it starts right here. It starts with Lucky, and then it starts with, you know, we'll probably have a different conversation about El Primer Te Amo, but I'm not here to talk about Siggno. I'm here to talk about, como te digo, Lucky. I like to just, you know, with all the love in the world, I say with all the love in the world, that, you know, I'd like to just talk about El Primer Te Amo on its own. I like to talk about that project on its own. I like to talk about this project on its own, because we need all the love and all the light that we can get. Lucky needs all the love and all the light, because he's a very important figure in this industry. He's we joke about it, right? But we always say, imagínate cuando tengamos, like, because we're about the same age. I said we're gonna be playing at adult daycare centers.
Well, I'm not laughing too hard, because me and Lucky already shared that. Yeah, we're the same age, so.
Oh well, I mean, we're all gonna be in there jamming, and we said we're gonna be vamos a andar de chiflados.
Always remember when we were coming up with names with adult daycares.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Keep it clean, please. No.
No. It was El Panteón Adult Daycare.
You are horrible. But you want to know what happened when we were doing that? It's because we have dumb games. He shouldn't have never even said that. You're so dumb, Lucky. But the weirdest thing happened when we were playing that game. Like the name of the game was Name. Let's give what's it called? Cemetery.
Daycare? No. Oh.
No, it was the funeral like burial places. We were finding names for them, and I said these are the wrong names to give burial places, right? Because we're just dumb like that. What would be the incorrect place to name? And we started. It's just we're just being guys, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of everything, a horse. We're on the road. A horse just passes by, and I'm like, "Oh!" He goes, "Did you see that?" He goes, "Did you see what?" He goes, "A horse, el caballo." He goes, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Oh," he goes, "Literally, we're in the middle of a game, and in the middle of on the side of the road, a giant horse just passes by." I'm like, did you not see that? Anyways, we ended up turning back, and we ended up helping the girl. And then
I bet y'all have tons of stories. Y'all need to write a book. Y'all need to write a book.
I still remember to this day what I said. I think I came back and his hat was there, and I put it on. And I said, and he goes, "What happened?" And I helped the girl. He was like, "What'd you tell her?" And I said, "Ride the horse, save a cowboy," or what? I mean, what did I say?
Yeah, ride a horse, save a cowboy.
I don't know what I said. And he goes, that's not the way it goes.
It's save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yes, I still got it wrong.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So that we laughed a lot. I think we also cried a lot. And at the end of the day, the friendship always comes before business here with Lucky. Mm-hmm. And we don't know what tomorrow will bring. You know, I just literally, if you see me dressed up, well, I had a coat on. I said, let me take it off because Lucky's gonna think that I'm trying to like. He always says, why do you always gotta dress like that? But I actually today I went and sang at Sergio. He was the accordion player for Grupo Control. He passed away from colon cancer. So I came from singing and giving a service. I gave a service for him. Wow. And I was singing at him, and I literally just walked into the door and I said, let me get the Zoom going. And it took me a while, but this is what it's about. Like, we don't know what tomorrow promises. We don't know what's in store.
I don't know what happened.
I think you got disconnected this time.
It was me. I just want to make sure I do have let me see. You can have an screen. Let me see. Okay.
It kicked us out, right?
It did.
Yeah, it was her. This time it was her.
It was my fault. But you were saying but
that we don't know what tomorrow is. Yes. We don't know what tomorrow is in store for us. So we have to make the best of today. We have to live again with love.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
He was in a jungle. I don't know.
You want to do something? You want to do something radical, right?
Because really meaningful point, and you just ruined that moment.
I told you I was the one that cut the grass.
I have lost complete control of this interview. So
that's so mental.
So back
I'm sorry. Go.
So we don't know what tomorrow brings, and then Jesse was going to conclude his thought.
I was just saying that we don't know what tomorrow is in store for us. I just came from a service where I said goodbye to a friend of mine. So we have to live each moment and each day like if it's our last, and that's the reality of it, you know. And let's see what this 2024 can do for us. I want to invite everybody out to go look at Lucky's new single, which is Pa Que No Te Cuenten. And I think we've all lived that situation. We've all lived that story. So that's, you know what? So somebody else won't tell you. I'm going to tell you that I've already found somebody else, and I'm happy, period. And I don't need for you to look for me. I don't need for you to, it's kind of like, I don't importa, but this is Lucky's version.
That's a good comparison. Thank you for that. I'm humble.
Yeah. So, it is a good song, and it has a sad, it's kind of sad undertone to it, but you know, he's moving on, and it's happy because he's found happiness now. But it fits him. It fits him today. He's happy today, and that's all that matters. Happiness is all that is a key to everything in life. And we all have ups and downs, but I mean, look at him today. He's extremely happy, and I'm happy for him. And that's all that matters in life.
And
That's true.
go out and look for the new music video. Pa que no te cuenten, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on all the digital platforms, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, you name it, you can find it.
And we'll
Again,
post both of the videos too, on with the article, the release. I keep forgetting.
El primer
the
te amo.
release. Primer te amo, yeah. We're
Primer
gonna
te
have that,
amo.
and then Pa que no te cuenten,
Yes.
both on the same page with this interview and with the article, so that
that's
That'd be
awesome.
fans
Thank you
can
so
get to
much.
both of them.
Thank you
So
so much.
anything else anyone want to say before we wrap it up? I know you both have
Um,
things to do, but I appreciate your time.
I just want to say thank you, Tejano Nation. Once again, thank you for always, opening your doors for us and allowing us to use your platform to reach, the Tejano audience. It's something very important that you guys are doing. And hopefully you continue doing it through many more years to come. And compadre, thank you for joining me on the Zoom. It means a lot to me that, you took time out of your day, out of your evening, out of your schedule to be able to come on here and, join us. So te lo agradezco, hermano, con todo el corazón. Thank you, bro.
Nada de nada, carnal. Aquí estamos para ayudarlos.
I feel the
Thank you very
love.
much, Sylvia.
All right. Well, thank you both too for your time, and we'll see you and keep us posted. We'll be out there writing and digging, but thank you again for your time today. I appreciate it.
Much love to you guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.